Okay, so yesterday we set up the XFS file system here. To see the file system, you have to type df-ht. Okay, we'll show you the file system here. So this is the XFS, and this is XFS, and then the ESBC1 is ext4, and this is XFS. So Red Hat 7 XFS is default. Okay, let's take a look at the Red Hat 6 here. So if you do df-h and G, so you see for if you look at the root file system, this is already a ext file system here because XFS system was already there, but it was not made a default. Yes. So what is the benefit of XFS? So the XFS file system is so the single file, it could handle Red Hat 6. It could handle is 6 terabytes. I'm sorry, 100 terabytes. And then Red Hat 7 could handle a single file 500 terabytes. Okay, and the maximum disk space, single disk space would be 16 EB byte. So this is 1 EB byte, 16 EB bytes. So you get the idea. But if you want XFS on Red Hat 6, you have to install it because XFS file system is not come installed on the Red Hat 6. It does come installed on the Red Hat 7. So Red Hat 7 has both ext4 as well as XFS file system, okay? So for you to install on Red Hat 6, let's see, okay. So you have to run the command yum install XFS, okay? I'm sorry, yeah. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so here's the note. Okay, so default for RHEL 7, and this is default for RHEL 6. Okay, so to install, to enable XFS on Rail 6, install XFS package, XFS file system. Okay, and the command to do that is yum install XFS probes and XFS dump. These are the two packages you have to install it, okay? For you to be enable internet here, Red Hat 6, you have to go into settings, network, and so you have to go into third adapter here. So let's go ahead and I'm going to shut it down. Okay, so go into network, and you have one adapter in there, right? So what you have to do is pick an adapter, enable it, and make it a NAT network.
What is the pick anyone?
Yeah, I mean, leave one which is you're using it, and then add additional one. And then select attach to NAT network, and then allow all. And let me do a screenshot here. And then start it up.
At the bottom, I can see it says invalid setting detected. No network name is currently specified.
No, like here, select NAT network. And did you select, did you make it like this?
NAT network, and in the name, I think I cannot type anything in the name.
No, just leave it alone.
This is not selected, right?
No, put a check mark here. Enable network.
I did that part.
And it says attached to NAT network, right?
No, I don't see the NAT network. I don't see the second drop down.
No, don't worry about this one here. I mean, attached to, when you do a drop down, do you have these options?
Yes, I have these options, yes.
Okay, just select NAT network. And then under advanced, make it a promiscuous mode all. Allow all.
But I still see that error message at the bottom. I don't have the OK button enabled. And I see that.
Yeah, shut it down. Shut it down the system.
I think okay, let me try. I think I did. Yeah, my system is down, brother.
Okay.
My system is down. I did the init 0. It shut it down. I'm in these settings, network, pick one adapter, enabled it, NAT network, and in the name I don't see any name. Do I need to go to the Windows Explorer kind of thing to create a new network adapter?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. So, let me share for a screen quick second. I might learn something here. Can I do that for a second?
Hold on, let me stop my screen.
Share content. Share content. And I need to share Okay. Okay. What do you see on my screen, on your screen? Your master?
Do you have a dual screen? So share your screen, not the, yeah.
Okay. I picked up, see here, this message here.
No, I can't see anything, it's all gray.
It's all gray. All gray. All gray. Stop sharing. You're sharing.
Use the very top option, the entire screen.
Entire screen. I have two monitors, brother.
Yeah. When you arrow over it, it will tell you which screen is that.
Yeah, I think I picked the wrong one then. Give me 1 second. Let me do it again. Share. And I'm trying to share this.
Okay, yeah. I see only the, okay. So it's powered off. And yet the settings are disabled?
No, here, I picked the network 3. I have this selected.
No, you're not sharing the screen, you're sharing the application. Share the screen.
What application I'm sharing?
I could see only the VirtualBox stick. That's it.
Okay.
Go into stop screen.
Do you see this now?
Okay, yeah, I see now. You moved it to, okay.
Okay. So I selected this one.
Cancel this first.
Okay.
Okay, so you're selecting that one here, right? The one which is highlighted. Now go into settings. Okay, network. Let's go to adapter 2. Let me look at adapter 1 and 2. Okay.
Okay, this is adapter 1.
Okay. All looks good. Adapter 2. Adapter 3. You have three adapters in there?
Yeah, I was working on the bonding kind of thing, so I didn't take it off after that.
Okay, yeah, leave it alone. Then go into 4. And then enable network. Now select NAT network. And yeah, just leave it alone. And then promiscuous mode is allow all. Okay, just click on it.
But here I cannot see, okay, I see this error message here.
No network is currently specified. Click on that.
When I come up, it just disappears.
Okay, click cancel here. Go into file on the top. And then preferences. And go into network. Yeah, you don't have this here. So click add there. See, add NAT network. Now just click OK. And now go into properties. Hold on. The second. Go back in there. Yeah. Yeah, third one. And okay, good. Just leave it alone. Click cancel here and OK out of it. Okay, now go into settings here. Network. Number 4. Enable. Okay, now you have it. Good.
No, I have a network.
Allow all. Click OK then.
Thank you, brother. You can take it back. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, so fourth Ethernet is there, so I have to go into the system folder to enable it. CD etc sys config network scripts. Okay, I don't see number 4 there, so what I have to do is I have to copy 3 and enable it. So I'm going to do cp Then I'm going to do VI. And here, on boot, yes, ETH 4. And what is the other one? Here, I need one more here, right? Network. Yes, I think so.
Network.
Equals Ethernet. Right?
Do we need to do anything about the IP kind of thing?
No, hold on.
DHCP.
So minimum things I make is on boot. I have to make it type Ethernet.
And boot proto is also DHCP.
Yeah. Okay. So, ETH 4 on boot, yes.
So do we have to restart it after we made the changes?
You don't really need to. I mean, I don't know, this thing is now didn't work. So I'm just rebooting it. The service restart command, this should work just fine. You know what I mean? Yeah, but if that doesn't work, I'm just doing a restart. See if it's working for you.
You see, what I did, I just copy pasted the network ETH3 to ETH4, made the changes based on the master document, pinged the Google and it start working now.
Yeah.
I didn't restart, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I may have some problems with my system here, so. Oh, maybe I'm connected to wrong software, so we'll see in a minute.
Does this mean that we can add as many adapters as we want on our VirtualBox?
Yeah. Okay, now I have an IP. See, if you look at the number 4, I have an IP. So what I'm going to do is yum install. Okay, so don't worry about this command yet. We're gonna go deep into way deep into this. This is yum. Okay, but this is if you want to install the package for your Red Hat or whatever, you would do this command here, yum. We'll set up a yum package installer in the lab environment.
So Zafar, one more question, please.
Yeah.
I ran this command that you ran, and it asked me, okay, if the size are correct or not. I say yes. And I run the which command for the XFS dump. It tells me where it is in the SBIN. When I do the which XFS drops, it's not giving me anything. It's no kind of thing.
No,
Is it normal?
just do XFS.
Which no XFS.
It installs successfully, right?
It didn't tell me that there's an error. Might miss something. Okay.
So, if it installs successfully, it won't give you error message. Down at the bottom, to me, it says complete, right? That's it.
Downloading packages. Download.
So also at the bottom, it says complete for me.
Yeah, I see the word complete, but this is below the XFS dump. It should have separate complete.
No, don't worry about that. Just type XFS and which XFS?
It says no. I see the same thing.
Okay.
I don't see this one. I see the XFS dump. Yes. I did the same thing. I'm amazed. Oh, yeah. So you're on the same page then. Okay.
I would say don't worry about that.
I'm not worried.
As long as the XFS is working, then it's good. Okay, good. So that is for 6 here. So the commands will all be the same. Okay, so and the commands will all be the same exact. Okay. So I'm not going to go through that. So you just have to follow this. If you're doing it on Red Hat 6, just follow this. Follow this. Follow this. When you're doing it on Red Hat 6, it will be the same exact thing. Okay. So what we did so far is we took we took a 16 GB hard drive, and then we did a partition 1 and partition 2. Okay, we did 2 partitions. Partition 1, this is partition 2. Okay, and then we have a blank space there. So what we need to do is we need to extend. Okay, what if partition 1 is there, but we want to extend it. So 4 GB is all full. So I want to extend 4 GB. Okay, so let's see how we're going to do it. So I'm going to minimize this. Let me work on 7 here. So let me clear the screen.
So when we say we are going to extend it, that means we are going to assign more space to that?
Yes, increase the size.
Okay.
Okay, so extending the partition. December already. Okay, so we'll see how we're going to extend the partition. So what you do is df-ht. Okay, so it's a different process how you're going to extend the partition here is the SDC and SDB. So I mean difference between okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do ext4 first. So I'm going to unmount this. Okay, so you mount slash Saeed. Okay, I hit enter. You know what? Let me mount it. Mount -a. So if I do DFS capital T. So Saeed is there now, right? So let me go into Saeed and let me create some 1,000 files in there. So we have 1,000 files in there. So let me clear it. So I'm gonna umount and then Saeed is not there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the fdisk command to delete the partition. Okay. So I'm gonna do fdisk /dev /sdc, right?
That's SDC1, right? SDC3 is the whole thing, and then we partition SDC1 was the first one, ext4.
Yeah, let's go in there. And then M, and then I'm gonna do P. So I mean, in there you could create more partitions here. So essentially, you have to go into SDC. Okay, and then P partition is there, SDC1 is there, and SDC2 is there.
Okay.
Delete partition. So D is to delete the partition. So first you have to print the partition and look which one you want to delete it, okay? So you just type D and hit enter, and it's telling you partition 1, partition 2, partition 3. So which partition you want to delete? So how do we know which partition we want to delete? I want to delete SDC1. So SDC1 is first partition. So if you want to delete that one, then you do it. SDC2 is number 2 in it. So just push to delete SDC2.
So that means that anything that is inside of that partition will be gone. Will be deleted.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. And then what you have to do is you have to write an exit out of there. And when you do that, the partition table has been altered here. So let's do lsdlk. And if you look at SDC1, the partition 1 is still there.
It's not supposed to be after deleting?
The partition table has been altered, calling warning, reading the partition table failed and error. The device is busy. Okay, let's try the LSDLK one more time. Type part X -B -A /dev /SDC. Okay, no. What we're going to do is, the partition 1 is going to be there. So what we're going to do is fdisk and then /dev /SDC. Okay, let's do P. but let's to create new, okay, N, and I'm going to create primary P, and then we have option 1, 3, and 4. 2 is not there, so I'm going to do 1, and then I'm going to use the default sectors, and then I'm going to use, instead of 4 GB, I'm going to use 6 GB plus 6 G, and hit enter. The value out of range, is it plus 6G, right, or GB? Plus 6G. Okay, let me quit out of this. Okay, so let me go back in there, fdisk sdc1. Okay, I'm going to do the partition table here. I think I made a mistake here. I shouldn't have exit there yet. So let me create a new partition. I'm going to create primary, and I'm going to create 1, and then it has already taken up from. So let me hit enter here, and if I hit enter, it will more than likely it will just create
8 gigabyte.
Yeah. Okay, let me do P. Yeah, it created a 4 gigabyte. So let me write an exit, okay? Let me clear this. And let me go into fdisk again, and then P. And the partition is there.
So which one we just created?
We created the original one back in there, okay? So, okay, hold on. One has a name. CDs. Okay, the files are still there. So the files will be there unless you do the mk2fs or xfs command. This command is going to delete the part when you recreate the file system. This command will delete that mk2fs or okay, my screen is frozen here for a moment. So when you run this command here, when you're making a file system, that command will delete this command will delete all the existing files here, just like scrubbing everything off. So let me go to umount. Okay, yes, let me do the F-H. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into fdisk /dev/sdc. Okay, and I'm going to do the print. I want to increase the first partition size from 4 GB to 6 GB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into menu again, and let's see what I have option here. Delete the partition, create a new empty GPT, create change a partition system type, create a new empty subdisk, quit without saving, extra functionality. Let me try going in here, and I'm going to do M Okay. Alright, hold on. So I'm going to delete the partition, D, enter. And then it's telling me which partition I want to delete, 1. Okay, and I'm going to do P. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new partition, N, enter. And then which partition I want to delete, create, primary, P, enter. And then partition number 1. Okay, now it's saying the first sector and the last sector. Okay, let me hit enter here. And now it's restricting me actually. I can't go 6 GB here. Value out of range. So what is happening here is I'm not able to extend I'm not able to extend the partition SDC1, but I could extend the partition SDC2. So let's work on, because what's happening here is SDC1, the sectors are already locked in. Okay, so from here to here, this part of the disk is already only 4 GB here, and from here to here 6 GB is there. So I'm not able to extend the partition 1 because partition 2 is coming in the middle. So I should be able to extend partition 2 here. So let's take a look. Okay, so I'm gonna go F this. I'm gonna mount -A. Okay, so let me go into Mohiuddin, CD Mohiuddin. So let me create 1,000 files in there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mount Mohiuddin. Okay, so now that partition is unmounted here. So what I'm going to do is /dev/sdc. Okay, and I'm going to delete SDC2. Delete the partition, and then 1 and 2. So let's do 2. Okay, and then I'm going to do P. Then SDC2 is gone. I'm going to create a new partition, and then I'm going to create. I'm going to give 1 and hit enter. Primary partition. Okay. So I have to give number 2, I suppose. P enter. Okay, and N enter. For which type of partition you want to create? Default is P. So I have to push P, not 1. And then I have to push 2 is default, so I'm going to push 2. And then now I think this is open here. So from the sector here to here. So I'm pretty much open here. So it's giving me from here, this sector, all the way to another 6 GB. I have it open here. So let me hit enter. And then you could see the number is there. So I should be able to do plus. It was 6, right? So 8 G. Okay, partition 2 is 8 GB. Earlier it was 6 GB, right? We made it 6 GB, now it's 8 GB. So if you do P and hit enter, the size is 8 GB here. So write and exit. And then let me clear this. So now what happens is when you do lsblk, the partition SDC2 is only 6 GB. Okay, even though FDC is showing it's 8 GB. So but you have to use the command to extend it. Okay, so what is the command to extend the partition? E2FFCK. Okay. I'm going to run this command. This is to check the file system. You have to run the file system check. FFCK stands for file system check. -F and then /SDC2. Okay, and hit enter. So what happened here is it checked the file system here before extending it. lsblk. So file system is still 6. Now the real command is resize. RESIZE to FS. No, actually EX is 2, right? Oh, give me 1 second. You have to use the command xfs grows. xfs underscore grows fs. Okay, instead of we have this command here. xfs grow fs slash def slash sdc2 is not a mounted file system. Okay, I think I have to mount it here. df-h. So let me mount it. Mount -a. If you do df-h, now it's 6 GB now. Let me run this command. Okay, look at this here. It says 6 GB here, right? So let's see if it should show us 8 GB now. Okay, it is not showing 8 GB. What is the problem? And XFS. Okay, so what you have to do sometimes, you may have to go online. So you type extend XFS file system, XFS partition. Okay, D is expand the data section of the file system to maximum size of D to specify. LS, fdisk primary. Okay, we did that. Okay, hold on. Maybe let me run this command and see what happens. LS DLK. Okay, now it's showing 8 GB, right? So DFFLH. Okay, now I'm going to do LS. Okay, good. So what it was, right? I was missing a command in here. So I found it. Luckily, I found this command. This is the command you have to use. Actually, matter of fact, wherever the command was part X, I was using the wrong command. So you have to use part probe -S. What it does is it will update the partition system. So instead of this, part X, run part.
I used this PROTech command yesterday. It was working for me. Might be
Without errors?
without any error. Yes.
Strange. Everything works for you. Okay. Hold on. Let me put both together then. If it was working. Is it working for anybody else? Why is it not working for me? Let's keep both of them. Use both of them and see what happens. Okay? One or the other should work.
And in parentheses, this is to check for the partition, right?
it will update the partition table in the system. FDS, PROTech. Okay. All right, good. So let's take a 10-minute break, and let's see how many people are here. We barely have anybody here today.
So 10 minutes, brother?
Yeah, 10 minutes is good.
Okay, 10:20. 12:20 will be back. Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on. So before I forget, let me put this together. Okay. Okay, so what you're gonna have to do is partition slash dev slash sdc2. Okay, write and exit. Okay, and then create a new partition. Okay, and create a new partition using fdisk. Now create a same partition using fdisk. Okay, yeah, this is what we did, right? Then when you come here, this line gave about 8 GB. Set to 8 GB when you come to this line. Okay, so write and exit fdisk. It's okay, right? I'm not going through all the fdisk commands here, so you should know that. Okay, right?
Yeah, that's fine, brother. We have it before, yes.
Yeah, so
Can I ask a question here, please?
yeah.
In our scenario that we started, there we had 3 partitions. We tried to extend the first one, but we couldn't do it because there was a second partition. So in real life, if a situation happens like that, then what could be the solution for that?
In real life, we will be using LVM.
LVL.
LVM. That's the next big thing that we're gonna learn.
Okay. Jazakallah.
LVM, Logical Volume Manager. That's what it's called.
Okay, LVM. Okay.
I'm just curious. I'm gonna run that part, delete it again, and then try it one more time, and let me finish this here. So as 8 GB, then what you have to do is Uh, After that, what we did, we ran this command here, right? Part probe. So we ran part probe hyphen s, and then the command two for this is for XFS, and then we ran this command here, XFS grows. Okay. Before that, go ahead and mount the file system. Mount hyphen A. Okay, XFS grows. Then after that, you do df-h, and you see the extended partition. You know what? Now that I want part probe as here, so let me go ahead and delete SDC1 and see what happens here. Let me clear this fdisk dev /SDC. Okay, let me P, and then I'm going to M, and then I'm going to delete the partition. I'm going to delete 1, and then I'm going to do P, 1 is gone. I'm going to write an exit, and I'm going to run part probe hyphen S. Okay, partition 1 on SDC has been written, but we have been unable to inform the kernel of the changes, probably because they are in use as a, oh, okay. So I'm going to umount. Okay, yeah, maybe I forget to umount, right? Umount hyphen. Okay, so SDC1 is gone now. Maybe it was, maybe I was missing part probe for that one too. Let's see if it's going to work, okay? fdisk dev/SDC. Okay, so SDC2 is there. I'm going to create a new partition. I'm going to create a primary partition, and 1 is available. Okay, now it's working, I think. Plus 6 GB. We were at 4 GB, right? So we're going to do 6 G. Oh, okay, it's not working. Very out of range. But here it says this is a bigger value, right? No. let's okay. Yeah, I mean, I think it's not working. Um, so we just worked on extending the partition. We extended this partition here to 8 GB now. Only 4 GB is left. 4 GB, and we extend 2 GB F/SD into partition 2. Okay, so it's a little confusing here, but okay, I'm a little curious here. So there must be some way to do it, right? Extend partition, primary partition 1 while primary 2 exists. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't deal with this as much. I deal with the logical volume manager. We'll see how the logical volume manager works when we're going to extend the size here, okay? So let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this here as another here. Yeah, it's okay. So the command is unmount slash dash slash hdcq. Okay, so this is for extending XFS file system. Okay, would that make sense here? And this one is extending ext4 file system. So for this, you mount slash dev slash hdc1, then delete partition dev slash hdc2 using fdisk, the write and exit. Exit fdisk. Then what you have to do is create a same partition. Slash dev slash hdc1. Okay. Using fdisk. Then set to 6 GB. Set to 6 GB. Right, and exit fdisk. Then you do part probe -s mount -a. Okay, and then all this should work here. If there is if the ext file system was somewhere else, if there is no other partition on it, then it should work here. Then the command for ext is resize to fs slash dev slash hdc1. Okay, so go ahead and try this and let me know if it works. Okay, and the data should still be there.
But this is not the case that we can extend ext4 and not the XFS or the other way. It is because the first partition is connected to the second one.
Yeah, because we can expect here because the block size is indicated here. I was thinking it's independent of block size. That's why now I could tell you for sure. That's why we are not using this a lot. We are using LVM here. Okay, so we'll show you the beauty of LVM in the other classes there. How independent or unrestricted the LVM is. Logical volume partition, logical volume manager.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna put the note here. Note this works for the end partition. Okay? You should remember that. It works for end partition means it will work for this partition here.
One more question, brother. When we try to do the F disk, two options come, P and E, primary and extended. So what does that extended stand for?
Extended will be you could make more partitions within that partition.
Within the partition. Okay, thank you.
That used to be back in mid-90s and all that. We're not using that anymore.
Jazakallah, thank you.
Okay, so this makes sense here. This works for end partition, okay? Okay, so there is one more thing called the G-disk, GPT. GPT is, what is GPT? Okay, GUID partition. What is GPT? GUID partition table is a format used to define the hardest partition in a computer with the UEFI startup. Now, which is the difference between MBR? MBR is used the standard BIOS partition. GUID partition use the unified extended. Should I use GPT or MBR? Give me one moment here. Okay, there is one more file system called GPT. Versus MVS, it still creates one partition as a disk. Okay. I'll decide by next week if you need to use GPT or not. At this moment, we're out of time. So, if you could go ahead and try this and don't stress too much on this one here. This is optional. But when we start LVM, and you should know how to use the MPs. That's important. But not you don't have to worry about too much for extending the partition here. The way we use LVM, that way you will know how to use the extending and increase and decreasing the partition size. You will learn in LVM platform. Okay, so if you have any questions, put it in the chat, then I will respond. Okay, you all have a good weekend.
Jazakallah.